While moving a shape, if you press the Alt key, you can duplicate it. Just hold down the Alt key to create multiple copies like this. If you press Alt and Shift together while moving a shape, you can make copies along the horizontal, vertical, and diagonal axes. After duplicating a shape, press Ctrl+D to repeat your last action. When you normally rotate, it looks like this. But if you press the R key, you can get the rotate tool. Then by clicking, you can create a center point. After you create the center point, press Alt to create a copy. Then, press Ctrl+D to repeat the action. But, here's a problem. The artwork isn't balanced. To fix this, click while holding the Alt key. Now you can open the Rotate Tool dialog box. Add the degree you want to rotate and click Copy. Press Ctrl+D to create well-balanced artwork. If you press the O, you can get the Reflect tool. Just like before, click while holding the Alt key to open the Reflect Tool dialog box. Select the axis you want to reflect, then click Copy. Select both shapes. Now, click on the path while holding the Alt key. Click on these icons to align to the shape you selected. You can use the same method to align groups too. Select the group and the shape. Now, click on the path while holding the Alt key. Align to the center by clicking these icons. Press Ctrl+R to activate rulers. By right-clicking, you can select the unit you want. Click here and drag like this to create guides. To create vertical guides, click here and drag like this. These guides will be really helpful to create artwork like a pro. Select the Polygon tool. Click and drag. Before releasing the mouse, hold the Shift key to create a polygon without rotation. Without releasing the mouse, press the down arrow to create a polygon with fewer sides. Press the up arrow to create polygons with more sides. Select the Star tool. Click and drag. Before releasing the mouse, hold the Shift key to create a star without rotation. Without releasing the mouse, press the down arrow or up arrow to create different stars. Click and drag while holding the Control key to create stars like this. While you're creating a path with the Pen tool, hold down the Alt key to switch to the Anchor Point tool. Using the Anchor Point tool, you can adjust paths just like this. When you release the Alt key, it automatically switches back to the Pen tool, so you can keep working on your path seamlessly. And if you hold the Shift key while using the Pen tool, you can create perfectly straight paths, just like this. After selecting the shape, press the I key to get the Eyedropper tool. Then, click on the color you want to add to the selected shape. If you hold the Shift key while clicking, you can copy the exact point color. Select the shapes like this. Then, get the Shape Builder tool. Click and drag to merge two shapes like this. If you hold the Alt key, you can remove shapes like this. You can draw lines like this using the Paintbrush tool. If you hold the Shift key, you can create straight lines. Press the bracket keys to increase or decrease the brush size. Select the Ellipse tool. Now you can create an ellipse like this. If you hold the Shift key, you can create a perfect circle like this. If you hold the Alt key, you can draw an ellipse centered on the point you clicked. By holding Shift and Alt together, you can create a perfect circle centered on the point you clicked. When you scale a shape, it normally looks like this. But if you hold the Shift key, you can scale it uniformly. If you hold the Alt key, you can scale from the center like this. If you hold both Shift and Alt, you can scale uniformly from the center like this. You can move a shape using the arrow keys. If you hold the Shift key while pressing the arrow keys, you can move the shape a greater distance. When you rotate normally, it looks like this. If you hold the Shift key, you can rotate in 45-degree increments like this. If you want to select all shapes on the artboard, press Ctrl and A. Pressing the Delete key will remove them all. To copy a shape, press Ctrl and C. Press Ctrl and B to create a copy behind the shape like this. Press Ctrl and C. Press Ctrl and F to create a copy in front of the shape like this. Pressing Ctrl and the plus key together will zoom in on the artboard. Press Ctrl and the minus key to zoom out of the artboard. Hold the space key and click and drag to pan the artboard like this. Press the X key to quickly switch between the fill color and stroke color. Select the shape, then press I to get the eyedropper tool. Hold the Shift key and click on the color you want to pick. Press X to switch to the stroke color. Hold the Shift key and click on the color you want. By pressing the D key, you can reset to the default fill and stroke colors. If you learned something, like the video and leave a comment below. Subscribe to watch more videos like this.